nag you about how much you're working too much. Like, we don't spend enough time together. Blah 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 blah. Oh, it just on and on and on.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a blessed day. I feel much better. Thank you for the prayers. And I'm not going to hold my mic anymore. Try to use my voice a little bit better. And because when I was holding my mic, I felt like you could hear every single frickin' breath and chord you could hear. So I'm just sure I don't know what to do with my hands. It's like the Anchorman scene.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your
Okay.
side. Yeah, great.
So I'm feeling better. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. This will be kind of a Valentine's Day themed video. I'm going to try to do something a little different. So I realize I can't use video clips like from Breaking Bad and TV shows because of copyright. So I am learning how to do YouTube, and YouTube gave me a copyright restriction on the last video, so
Imagine that.
it's okay. One of the reasons I wanted to start this YouTube channel was actually to react to a lot of red pill content, a lot of MGTOW content, black pill content. So we'll kind of start doing more reaction video commentary on what is being posted on the internet, which I like that content anyways when I watch YouTube. So, but there's not many Christian perspectives out there, so I think it'll still be good. But we'll probably not be using Breaking Bad clips or movies in the future, which kind of sucks because I like movies. I'm a big, TV guy, but I think this clip that we'll watch, it'll be a good commentary. It's interesting. So Valentine's Day, if you have a special someone, make sure you treat her, treat her right today. And not everybody's married, not everybody has a girlfriend, but there's a woman in your life that you could buy some flowers for.
I buy you flowers.
Card. When I was younger, I wanted a girlfriend really bad, but didn't have one, and I went to Big Boy with my mom. So we split a surf and turf meal. It came with a dessert. Big Boy has the best brownie sundae. So no matter where you're at in life, you can treat a special lady. But today we'll be looking at a MGTOW video. And if you don't know what MGTOW means, it means men going their own way. And it's kind of in the red pill community. Red pill is it's like male self-improvement, dating dynamics, skepticism towards feminism. So red pill and my channel has some overlap, but red pill can get really kind of hairy real quick if it's not framed through the perspective of Christ. You think of like Andrew Tate. As a great example. So I found this great video. Just comment on that and we'll get into it. So this gentleman here, we're going to be as gracious as possible to what he says. And some things I agree with, some things I disagree. So let's get into it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty Side. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. This video is going to be about yet another reason, probably one of the main reasons, not to get married. All right. So, to give it a little personal background here, I work for a great company, and I recently got a very substantial raise because basically I'm able to put in the time, all the work, because I don't have a wife, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have children that I have to look after. I don't have to pay out the ass for child support or alimony, aka vaginamony. Nothing like that.
So he is 100% right. Children cost money. Marriage costs money. If you're married or divorced, in his case, so he's, we can't really say anything against that.
See, guys, and this video is probably going to be more aimed toward like younger guys, because the older guys already know this, but you younger guys, don't get married. Don't I would say don't even have a girlfriend, fiance, anything until you're older. And that can the age can depend on where you are in life, but when you're a young guy, just don't do it, man. So I'm almost 40, and I didn't find a really good company and a really good job that I actually liked until recently. I think you should spend that time looking for something that you love to do and really pouring your heart into it. You can't do that when you have a girlfriend or a wife or anything like that.
So I think he's right that, find something that you love to do, find something where you're feeling God's, calling in relation to your gifts, obviously. But I think the one major flaw with a lot of these MGTOW videos is it's a mutually exclusive claim, as if you can only do one thing or the other. You can only get married, have a relationship, or you can have a career. And I think when we finish this video, I'll talk more about that kind of fallacy of the mutually exclusive argument.
All right. So the reason why I was able to get the substantial raise, like I said, is because I'm able to work 50 to 60 hours a week. When I get out of the office, I go home, I can log in from home, and I can do work from home. And I do because I like to do it. It's not really that much of a job for me. Now, I'm very lucky with that. And a lot of guys can't do that. But if you can't, then you still got to focus on what you can do and try and put in overtime. Because you know what? If you're working for a company and you ask, like, hey, can I stay a little later? Because I just want to keep going. I'm not finished with what I want to do and blah, blah, blah. Even if they tell you no, a lot of companies are going to respect that and see that drive in you. And if you have a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that, they're gonna nag you about how much you're working too much. Like, we don't spend enough time together. Blah, 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 blah. It just on and on and on. And girlfriends and wives cost more. They're going to cost you money. All right? They're going to take your time. They're going to take your money. They're going to take your energy. And that can be fine when you're older and you're already, your dream has been realized. Or if you're in like a really high position or really good position where you're making really good money, then that's not as much, you don't have to worry about that as much. But in my opinion, it all depends. But generally speaking, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that if I had a wife or a girlfriend, I couldn't be working as hard as I do to have gotten that massive raise, because I was able to put in the time, I was able to put in the effort, because my time and effort and energy wasn't being sucked out over here.
So he's right to say relationships take time and effort. If you aren't married, you can work as much as you want. If you don't have a relationship, you can grind. You can live on a oil rig and never stop working. So he makes a good point with that. Relationships do take time and effort.
All right. Now, women are going to be like, oh, but the companionship and it's meaningful and blah, blah, blah. But we all know the real nature of women. It's not meaningful even to them, okay? It's not. It's unless you're useful, right? Unless you provide something for them. When you don't, right out the window. And we know that, don't we, guys? Maybe you younger guys don't, but us older guys, we know that. And that's just the truth. And we don't hate them for it. It's how they are, okay? It's how we're built. We're built a certain way. They're built a certain way. But
So I'll stop it right there. And I think that last comment, he is correct. In a lot of marriages and relationships, it's all about what can the other person provide for me. And that's kind of how we're built, because we're broken, we're selfish. We don't necessarily think about each other. So here's the real question. Is life all about grinding? Is marriage compatible with career advancement? Is that a mutually exclusive thing? Do I have to choose marriage or do I have to choose my career? Is efficiency my main goal? I want to read from Proverbs today, Proverbs 18:22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. We have a worldly view from this gentleman, and we have a Christian view, a biblical worldview. And the biblical worldview is that marriage is not a burden, it's actually a blessing. But it's only true if it's founded on godly principles, on the idea that Christ unites our marriage. If we have a Christ-centered marriage, two people can work together in synergy. Life gets hard, and we all need support, right? So a godly wife isn't just about
Daddy,
usefulness.
I see my bell.
Okay, thank you.
Can you look it?
Yeah, I'll look at it in a second.
Okay.
It's not only about, that's my daughter there. Your wife is your partner. I can say with 100% certainty that I would not be where I'm at if it wasn't for my wife. I wouldn't be a pastor. I wouldn't have graduated from seminary or my other degrees from U of M. I wouldn't have my 3 beautiful kids.
That is adorable.
One of which you saw right there. All of those things were only possible because I had a strong partner to help me. So let me tell you, 100% honest, if you see my testimony, if I didn't have my wife, there were moments, in the past 10 years where I was completely useless. And my wife stuck through because she is filled with Christ. We're not perfect. Neither of us were perfect all the time, but she was a rock for me. And I can't imagine taking the advice of this guy, even though he had good points. As a young man, if you have a good, godly woman, hold on to her as tightly as you can, because life is hard.
Life is hard.
And you can have a career, you can make money, you can have your goals, but when life gets hard, she's there for you. So this Valentine's Day, God doesn't call us all to be in a relationship, but if he does call you, and you got a godly woman who loves Jesus, I can't tell you with 100% certainty, but I can tell you that I'd much rather have a partner with me, who loves Jesus, than not. So, God bless everyone. What do you guys think? Drop a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Do you have horror stories with your relationships, or do you have something that is a counter to this gentleman in what he said. And for this guy, I pray that you find a woman who loves Christ. I pray that you find Christ and that you can experience the happiness of what a godly marriage can provide. Thank you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. And until next time, may the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Blessings.